The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim are an American professional baseball team based in Anaheim, California. The Angels are a member of the West Division of Major League Baseball's American League. The Angels have played home games at Angel Stadium of Anaheim since 1966. The Angels name was continued by former film star Gene Autry out of tribute for the Los Angeles Angels, a minor league franchise in the Pacific Coast League who played in south-central Los Angeles from 1903 to 1957. The American League franchise of today was established in 1961 by Gene Autry, the team a unregistered trademark's first owner who bought the rights to the Angels name from Walter O'Malley, the former Los Angeles Dodgers owner who acquired the PCL franchise from Philip K. Wrigley, the owner of the Chicago Cubs at the time. In 2009, the Angels won the AL West Division Championship for the third straight season. 2013 was the fourth straight year in which the team did not qualify for the postseason, but marked the 11th straight year in which the Angels franchise drew more than 3 million fans in attendance, and made 30 seasons of at least 2 million fans in attendance. Franchise history. The Los Angeles Angels name originates from the first Los Angeles-based sports team, the Los Angeles Angels, who took the name Angels from the English translation of Los Angeles, which means the Angels in Spanish. The team name started in 1892. In 1903, the team name continued in LA. Through the Pacific Coast League, which is now a minor league affiliate of MILB. The Angels franchise of today was established in MLB in 1961 after former owner Gene Autry bought the rights to continue the franchise name from Walter O'Malley, the former Los Angeles Dodgers owner who had acquired the franchise from Phil Wrigley, the owner of the Chicago Cubs at the time. As stated in the book Under the Halo, The Official History of Angels Baseball, Autry agreed to buy the franchise name for $350,000, and continue the history of the previously popular Pacific Coast League team as his own expansion team in the MLB. After the Angels joined Major League Baseball, some players from the Angels PCL team joined the MLB Angels in 1961. An expansion franchise, the club continued in Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Angels, and played their home games at Los Angeles Wrigley Field, which had formerly been the home of the PCL Los Angeles Angels. The Angels were one of the first two expansion teams in Major League Baseball. The team then moved in 1962 to newly built Dodger Stadium, which the Angels referred to as Chavez Ravine, where they were tenants of the Los Angeles Dodgers through 1965. The team's founder, entertainer Gene Autry, owned the franchise for its first 36 years. During Autry's ownership, the team made the playoffs 3 times, but never won the pennant. The team has gone through several name changes in their history, first changing their name to the California Angels on September 2, 1965, with a month still left in the season, in recognition of their upcoming move to the newly constructed Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim at the start of the 1966 season. When the Walt Disney Company took control of the team in 1997, it extensively renovated Anaheim Stadium, which was then renamed Edison International Field of Anaheim. The city of Anaheim contributed $30 million to the $118 million renovation with a renegotiated lease providing that the names of both the stadium and team contain the word Anaheim. The team was renamed the Anaheim Angels and became a subsidiary of Disney Sports, incorporated under Disney's ownership and the leadership of manager Mike Cioscia. The Angels won their first pennant and World Series championship in 2002. In 2005, new owner Arturo Moreno added Los Angeles to the team's name in order to better tap into the team's history and appeal to more Los Angeles fans as in the team's past. He also stated that as Los Angeles is the second largest market in the U.S., its addition would benefit the team greatly. In compliance with the terms of its lease with the city of Anaheim, which required Anaheim be a part of the team's name, the team was renamed the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Hotly disputed when initially announced, the change was eventually upheld in court and the city finally dropped its 4-year legal battle in 2009. The team usually refers to itself as the Angels or Angels Baseball in its home media market, and the words Los Angeles and LAA do not appear in the stadium, on the Angels uniforms, or on official team merchandise. Local media in Southern California tend to omit a geographic identifier and refer to the team as the Angels or as the Halos. The Associated Press, the most prominent news service in the U.S., refers to the team as the Los Angeles Angels, the Angels, or Los Angeles. Team traditions. The mantra "Win one for the Cowboy" is a staple that is deeply rooted in Angels history for fans. The saying refers to the Angels' founder and previous owner, Gene Autry, who never saw his Angels win a World Series in his 38 years as owner. Years went by as the team experienced many losses, just strikes away from American League pennants. By the Angels' first World Series championship in 2002, Gene Autry had died, but after winning the World Series, Angels player Tim Salmon ran into the home dugout and brought out one of Autry's Monica White Stetson hats in honor of the singing cowboy. Autry's number 26 was retired as the 26th man on the field for the Angels. Angel Stadium of Anaheim is nicknamed the Big A. It has a section in center field nicknamed the California Spectacular, a formation of artificial rocks made to look like a desert mountain in California. The California Spectacular has a running waterfall, geysers that shoot in the air, and also shoot fireworks from the rocks before every game. Anytime the Angels hit a home run or win a game, the fireworks shoot from the rocks as well. Each game begins with the song "Calling All Angels" by Train being played on the PA, with Norman Greenbaum's "Spirit in the Sky" being played during the team's starting lineup announcement. During the seventh-inning stretch of every home game, the fans sing along to "Build Me Up Buttercup" by the Foundations. Anytime the Angels win a game, the saying "Light up the halo" or "Light that baby up" is used in reference to the giant landmark, which is a big 230-foot tall A with a halo surrounding the top which lights up every time the Angels win a game. Fans also use the saying, "Just another halo victory," as the late Angels broadcaster Rory Markers, who would say the catchphrase after each win. The Angels organization was the first North American team to employ the use of thundersticks. Rivalries. The Angels have developed many rivalries in and also outside of their division. They include the New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, Texas Rangers, Oakland Athletics, the neighboring Los Angeles Dodgers, and occasionally the San Diego Padres. Red Sox. The most significant Angels rivalry is with the Red Sox. One that has developed with many strange events, heated matchups in both regular season and the playoffs that regularly included fights, late-inning rallies, and bad relations. The Red Sox and Angels rivalry dates back to Angels franchise founder Gene Autry making a bet with former Red Sox owner Tom Yawkey that Autry's new expansion team would win more games than Yawkey's Red Sox. In 1964, Angels pitcher Bob Lee suffered a season-ending injury of a broken hand after trying to punch a Red Sox fan, which ultimately cost him an ERA title. In 1965, the first of many fights between the two clubs occurred when pitchers Dean Chance and Dave Moorhead hit batters, which caused a small 50-man free-for-all on the field that resulted in the bullpen fence at Dodger Stadium being broken down and the riot squad being called. On August 17, 1967, Red Sox All-Star outfielder Tony Conigliaro was binned in the eye by a fastball, resulting in vision problems that caused him to miss the final month and a half of that Red Sox pennant-winning season as well as the entire next season, and ultimately led to his early retirement. The most famous Angels playoff collapse was versus the Red Sox in the 1986 American League Championship Series. The Angels were leading the Red Sox 3-1 in the series and leading by 3 runs with 2 out in the ninth inning of Game 5 and had 2 strikes on the batter when pitcher Donnie Moore gave up a 3-run home run to Dave Henderson, and the Red Sox went on to win that game. The Red Sox then won the next 2 games to win the series. However, the Red Sox followed that series with their own disappointing World Series loss to the New York Mets. The Red Sox swept the Angels in the 2004 and 2007 American League Division Series. In both those years the Red Sox would go on to win the World Series. The Red Sox also beat the Angels in the 2008 ALDS, 3-1. The Angels swept the Red Sox in the 2009 ALDS. Rangers. The Rangers and Angels rivalry has been said to develop over a domination in the division between the two teams. and also in recent years more animosity between the two teams due to the amount of former players from each team playing for the division rival. Angels players such as Mike Napoli, Darren Oliver, Vladimir Guerrero, and Texas player C.J. Wilson are all acquisitions the two division rivals made of former rival players. In 2012, former Texas pitcher C.J. Wilson played a joke on former teammate Mike Napoli in tweeting his phone number, causing Napoli to exchange words with Wilson. The feuds go back to Angels Adam Kennedy and Rangers Gerald Laird arguing, leading to punches being thrown multiple times, causing small fights between the teams in the past. The two teams each had a perfect game against each other, including Mike Witt in 1984 at Arlington Stadium and Kenny Rogers in 1994 at the ballpark in Arlington. The Angels and Yankees rivalry can be seen as stemming from heated play between the two teams through the years, including several times in the playoffs. For the past 20 years, the Angels are also the only team in the majors to have a winning record against the Yankees, especially in 1998 when there was concern from New York sports writers that the Angels could upset the Yankees in the division series. The Angels missed the playoffs, and the Yankees went on to win later that year. The Angels would knock off the Yankees 4 years later in the 2002 ALDS. Coincidental enough, the former PCL Angels were nicknamed Yankees West due to the success the team had, and even held multiple scrimmage games between the two in the old Wrigley Field in Los Angeles during spring training throughout the 30s, 40s, and 50s. The rivalry with the Los Angeles Dodgers has been referred to as the Freeway Series because of the freeway system linking the two teams' home fields. The Freeway Series rivalry developed mostly over the two teams sharing similar regions and fans having been split in Los Angeles, similar to the Chicago Cubs vs. Chicago White Sox rivalry, the San Francisco Giants vs. Oakland A's rivalry, or the New York Mets vs. New York Yankees rivalry. The Rally Monkey The Rally Monkey is a mascot for the Angels which appears if the Angels are losing a game or if the game is tied from the 7th inning on, but sometimes earlier depending on the situation. The Rally Monkey appears on the scoreboard in various movies or pop culture references that have been edited to include him. The Rally Monkey was born in 2000 when the scoreboard showed a clip from Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, after which the Angels rallied to win the game. The clip proved to be so popular that the team hired Katie, a white-haired capuchin monkey, to star in original clips for later games. When seen, she jumps up and down to the House of Pain's song Jump Around, and holds a sign that says Rally Time. The Rally Monkey came to national and worldwide attention during the Angels' appearance in the 2002 World Series against the San Francisco Giants. In the sixth game, the Angels were playing at home, but were trailing the series 3-2 and facing elimination. They were down 5-0 as the game entered the bottom of the 7th inning. Amid fervid Rally Monkey-themed fan support, the Angels proceeded to score 6 unanswered runs over the next 2 innings, winning the game and turning the momentum of the series for good. From 2007 to 2009, the Angels reached a postseason each year, sparking a renewal of the Rally Monkeys' popularity. Game attendance: the Angels have drawn more than 3 million fans to the stadium for 12 years straight, and at least 2 million for 17 seasons, and a game average in 2010, 2011, 2012, and 2013 of 40,000 fans at each game despite not making the playoffs all 4 years. This is second in all of MLB, only trailing the New York Yankees. In 2014, the Angels were 5th in the MLB in attendance, with a total of 3,095,935 people. As of 2015, the Angels fans have set 6 Guinness World Records for the largest gatherings of people wearing blankets, wrestling masks, cowboy hats, wigs, Santa hats, and sombreros. In 2009, the Angels were voted the #1 franchise in professional sports in fan value by ESPN magazine. In 2011, ESPN and fan polls by ESPN ranked the Angels #4 in the best sports franchises, ahead of every major league team in baseball at #1 and also making it the #1 sports franchise in Los Angeles. The rankings were determined through a combination of sports analysts and fan votes ranking all sports franchises by a combination of average fan attendance, fan relations, bang for your buck, or winning percentage over the past 3 years, ownership, affordability, stadium experience, players' effort on the field and likability, coaching, and title track. Logos and colors. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have used 10 different logos and 3 different color combinations throughout their history. Their first 2 logos depict a baseball with wings and a halo over a baseball diamond with the letters L and A over it in different styles. The original team colors were the predominantly blue with a red trim. This color scheme would be in effect for most of the franchise's history, lasting from 1961 to 1996. In 1966, after the club's move to Anaheim, the team name changed from the Los Angeles Angels to the California Angels. Along with the name change, the logo changed as well. During the 31 years of being known as the California Angels, the team kept the previous color scheme. However, their logo did change 6 times during this period. The first logo under this name was very similar to the previous LA logo. The only difference was instead of an interlocking LA, there was an interlocking CA directly after this. From 1971 to 1985, the Angels adopted a logo that had the word Angels written on an outline of the state of California. Between the years 1971 and 1972 the A was lowercase, while from 1973 to 1985 it was uppercase. It was in 1965, while the stadium was being finished, that Bud Ferrillo coined its nickname, the bigger, after the tall letter A that once stood beyond left center field and served as the arena's primary scoreboard. In 1986, the Angels adopted the big A on top of a baseball as their new logo, with the shadow of California in the background. After the big A was done in 1992, the Angels returned to their roots and re-adopted the interlocking CA logo with some differences. The Angels used this logo from 1993 to 1996. During that time, the CA was either on top of a blue circle or with nothing else. After the renovations of then Anaheim Stadium and the takeover by the Walt Disney Company, the Angels changed their name to the Anaheim Angels along with changing the logo and color scheme. The first logo under Disney removed the halo and had a rather cartoon-like Angels script with a wing on the A over a periwinkle plate and crossed bats. With this change, the Angels' color scheme changed to dark blue and periwinkle. After a run with the winged logo from 1997 to 2001, Disney changed the Angels' logo back to a bigger with a silver logo over a dark blue baseball diamond. With this logo change, the colors changed to the team's current color scheme, predominantly red with some dark blue and white. When the team's name changed from the Anaheim Angels to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, the logo changed only slightly. The name Anaheim Angels and the blue baseball diamond were removed, leaving only the big A. For the 2011 season, as part of the 50th anniversary of the Angels franchise, the halo on the bigger logo temporarily changed colors from silver to old gold, paying tribute to the Angels' logos of the past. The uniforms also reflected the change to the gold halo for this season. During the 50th anniversary season, the players have worn throwback jerseys at each Friday home game reflecting all the different logos and uniforms previously worn by players. Also, Angels alumni from past season during the 50th year throw out the first Angels pitch at every home game. A new patch was added on the uniforms before the 2012 season, featuring a red circle encircling the words Angels Baseball, and the club logo inside and flanking the year 1961 in the middle, which was the year the Angels franchise was established. Radio and television. As of 2009, the Angels' flagship radio station is KLAA 830 AM, which is owned by the Angels themselves and ESPN. It replaces KSPN, on which frequency had aired most Angels games since the team's inception in 1961. That station, then KMPC, aired games from 1961 to 1996. In 1997 and 1998, the flagship station became KF. In 1999, it was replaced by KLAC for 4 seasons, including the 2002 World Series season. The Angels' 2010 broadcast lineup was thrown into doubt with the death of Rory Markers in January 2010. The Angels had announced in November 2009 that Marcus and Mark Uwitcher would broadcast Angels televised games, with Terry Smith and Joe's copyright Motor handling the radio side. At the same time, the Angels announced that Steve Physick and Rex Hudler would not return to the broadcasting team. On March 3, 2010 it was announced that Victor Rojas will replace Marcus. In 2008, KLAA broadcast spring training games on tape delay from the beginning on February 28 to March 9 because of advertiser commitments to some daytime talk shows. Those games were available live only online. Live preseason broadcasts were to begin on March 10. In 2009, KFWB 980 AM started broadcasting 110 weekday games, including postseason games, to better reach listeners in Los Angeles County and other areas to the north. All 162 games plus postseason games still air on KLAA. In 2010, KSPN 710 AM will broadcast at least 60 weekday games. This will be a partial return to their old station from 2007. Angels radio broadcasts are also in Spanish on KWKW 1330 AM and KWKU 1220 AM. Fox Sports West holds the exclusive rights to the regional telecasts of approximately 150 Angels home and away games. Fox owned and operated My Network TV affiliate KCOP TV broadcast select games from 2006 to 2011, but opted to move those games to Fox Sports West in 2012. Select National Angels telecasts can be found on Fox, ESPN, TBS or MLB Network. During the 2009 season, Physick and Hudler called about 100 games, while Marcus and Uwitcher had the remaining game telecasts. The split arrangement dated back to the 2007 season, when Motor and Uwitcher were the second team. Marcus debuted on TV in a 3-game series at the Toronto Blue Jays in August 2007. Motor, who is bilingual and the son of former Dodger Manny Motor, has also called Angels games in Spanish, and at one time did analysis from the dugout rather than the usual booth position. All locally broadcast games are produced by FSN regardless of the outlet actually showing the games. Dickenberg, who broadcast Angels baseball in the 1970s, is the broadcaster most identified with the Angels, using such phrases as "Oh, my. Touch 'em all. After Angel home runs, and the halo shines tonight." Other former Angels broadcasters over the past 3 decades include Buddy Blattner, Don Wells, Dave Niehaus, Don Drisdale, Bob Starr, Joe Torre, Paul Olden, Al Wisk, Al Kanin, Mario Impemba, Sparky Anderson, Jerry Roos, Ken Wilson, Ken Brett, and Ron Fairley. Jerry Coleman also spent time with the Angels organization in the early 1970s as a pre-game and post-game host before joining the San Diego Padres broadcast team. From 1994 until the end of the 2012 season, the public address announcer for most Angels home games was David Courtney, who also served as the public address announcer for the Los Angeles Kings and Los Angeles Clippers and a traffic reporter for Angels flagship KLAA 830 AM until his death on November 29, 2012. Starting in the 2013 season, Michael Araujo, the PA announcer for the LA Galaxy since 2002, was selected as the new public address announcer for the Angels. Anaheim Ducks announcer Phil Hillert serves as the secondary public address announcer. Film: Walt Disney Pictures remade the 1951 film Angels in the Outfield in 1994 with the California Angels as the team that receives heavenly assistance. The team is also featured in the 1988 comedy film The Naked Gun. The 1990 comedy Taking Care of Business features a World Series matchup between the Chicago Cubs and the California Angels. The 1991 movie Talent for the Game features Edward James Olmos as a baseball scout for the California Angels. During Disney's ownership of the Angels, the team was also featured in Air Bud, Seventh Inning Fetch, Deuce by Garlow, Male Gigolo, and TV movie Angels in the Infield. Season records. Awards and honors. Retired numbers Number 26 was retired for Gene Autry to indicate he was the team's 26th man. Number 42 was retired throughout Major League Baseball in 1997 to honor Jackie Robinson. out of circulation, but not retired. Number 15 has been out of circulation since Tim Salmon's retirement at the end of the 2006 season. Number 34 has been out of circulation since Nick Adenhart's untimely death in 2009. Angels Hall of Fame. The Angels have a Team Hall of Fame, with the following members. Team captains. Jerry Remy 1977, Don Baylor 1978-1982. Baseball Hall of Fame. As of the 2015 Hall of Fame election, no inducted members have elected to be depicted wearing an Angels cap on their plaque. However, several Hall of Famers have spent part of their careers with the Angels, and the Hall lists the Angels as the primary team of 2 inductees, Rod Carew and Nolan Ryan. Ford C. Frick Award recipients. Current roster. Minor league affiliations. References. Further reading, Bischoff, Steve. Tales from the Angels Dugout, The Championship Season and Other Great Angels Stories. Sports Publishing LLC, 2003. ISBN 1-58261-685-X, 2005 Angels Information Guide. External links. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim official website, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim baseball-reference.com, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim on Twitter.